Firefighters in the Greek Isles are now battling blazes on 3 fronts, struggling to control wildfires driven by dry, windy conditions. The blaze in Rhodes is still burning, leaving eerie, ashen landscapes in its wake. And 2 more fires broke out Sunday on the islands of Evia and Corfu, forcing new rounds of evacuations from both. Well, the multiple fires are snuffing out what is usually high season for Greek tourism, as our Sam Kiley reports.
It's a regular visitor wildfire, and no one knows where or when it will strike. This is tourism in the 21st century. The latest maelstrom in southern Europe, Rhodes, an island of ancient ruins, facing a modern apocalypse. Intense heat waves have turned forests into desiccated tinder, yearning for a spark to roar into flame. And anything that fails to flee the inferno has little chance of survival. Greek authorities have evacuated tens of thousands from popular resorts at peak season, and the government says it's the largest such operation in the country's history.
All their money, passports, clothing. We had to lend a woman some of my wife's clothes because she had nothing to wear. It was terrible.
British tour operators are flying empty planes here to bring desperate tourists home.
Powerful winds have made life just about bearable for people on these islands living through this heat wave, but those self-same winds are fanning the flames of these infernos.
And the problem is spreading. The latest overnight, the island of Corfu, where thousands have now been evacuated, and police are bolstering their ranks in anticipation of more to come. The Greek government has been battling wildfires across the country for a week, during what's expected to be the longest heat wave this country has ever seen. As temperature records are shattered across Europe and the world, every day our planet has become slightly more unlivable.
We are experiencing, here and in many countries, extreme climatic events. Please, I renew my appeal to the leaders of the nations to do something more concrete to limit polluting emissions. It is an urgent challenge and cannot be put off. It concerns everyone. Let us protect our common home.
As heat waves and fires are escalating yearly in southern Europe, the threat is now even perhaps to the pontiff's own home. Sam Kiley, CNN in Leros.
Well, the European Union's Commissioner for Crisis Management, Yanis Lenicic, had this to say about the situation in Greece. We are experiencing a heat wave across southern Europe, already causing devastating consequences in Greece, with thousands of hectares burned in a short period of time. The EU's fast response is essential in this situation, and I thank these 5 countries for their solidarity to Greece. However, it's important to continue to invest in prevention and to enhance the wildfire risk awareness of the population. Commissioner Lenicic joins us now from Brussels. Good to have you on the program.
Hello.
So we heard from the Greek Prime Minister a short time ago, who spoke about the 3 difficult days ahead before the temperatures drop, and he's described how you are at war with fire. How would you describe what you're dealing with?
Well, first of all, these wildfires do not come as a surprise. The trends over the last couple of years have been clear. There have been increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires in Europe. For instance, already last year we had the worst fire season in years. And of course, what is happening this year is not unexpected entirely. What is necessary is that when a country like Greece finds itself in this kind of situation, that we can show solidarity and help. It is now 6 days since Greece requested assistance to the European Civil Protection. And over these 6 days, we have deployed almost 500 firefighters with more than 100 vehicles and 7 firefighting airplanes from 10 European countries.
Given that you say this is no surprise, this was expected, do you think enough has been done to prevent just how damaging this has been?
Well, first of all, we need to prevent even worse things from happening. And this means that we need to accelerate the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions that contribute to the global warming. Second, we need to prepare for what is a new reality, a new normal. And these heat waves will stay with us. We need to prepare for them. We need to anticipate. And of course, we need to raise awareness of people. The fact is that in Europe, 90% or more of wildfires are caused by human activity, be it arson or negligence, or campfires not extinguished, or barbecue fires not extinguished. So it is important that we raise awareness about the risky behavior. This is also a very important prevention strand. But the fact is that every year we record a larger area of surface burned due to the wildfires. Every year there are longer and more intense heat waves. So this is the new normal. This is the new reality that we will have to live with, and we have to anticipate, we have to prepare for this.
So talk to us about the international reaction, the help you've had from other countries, and if you could explain more broadly how the current heat wave is contributing to this crisis.
Well, you see, we are in Europe having various levels of solidarity. There is a spontaneous solidarity when one country asks for assistance through the civil protection mechanism, and there is spontaneous offer of assistance. The second level is that we already define in advance what capacity there would be available in case of need. This is the so-called civil protection pool, in which we have firefighters, we have the airplanes, and so on. But there is also the third level, which is a strategic last resort level of preparedness. It's called a rescue. These are airplanes, firefighting airplanes that are purchased and financed by the European Union and are deployed, as I said, as a last resort. When I say that these wildfires do not come as a surprise, I can also say that we have been preparing for that. Since last year, we have doubled the European capacity in firefighting airplanes. We have also pre-positioned hundreds of firefighters in some Mediterranean countries, including in Greece. So we have worked a lot on preparedness, but of course, the dimensions of these disasters are such that it is really a difficult situation. When you have extended drought, when you have extended heat wave, and when you have such strong winds as we now see in Rhodes and some other islands, of course, it's very difficult to bring such fires under control.
Commissioner Ljubičić, we appreciate your time today. We have had a little bit of problems with your audio, but we got the message pretty clear. Europe, of course, is the fastest warming continent on the planet, so all prevention efforts are needed. Thanks very much for your time.